Didn't
battle.
in 2009 like y'all.
A chance to end the season with the double.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a double.
Got it in the middle. It's Fry.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
And then the whole thing, the man saying everything must come to an end. I was like,
Working that left side now.
This nigga see how y'all treated him last year.
I ain't treating him like nothing.
He ain't even gonna miss y'all in the heat.
No, ain't no y'all. His parents didn't treat him like that. That was passive ass, bitch ass listeners that was treating him like that. The passive listeners were treating J. Cole like that. His fans was not treating him like that. So period. That's the passive listening ass niggas that was, you were not a J. Cole fan and was treating him like that. Period.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and
going on for goddamn
just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes. You'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
The offense changing the play. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw it. Under fire. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, that's my man. That's my man. Oh, definitely right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that for a long time. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And the Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Marco. A little release to the back. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Wide out trying to get it in. Into the house. Touchdown, Gators.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game. What players did you guys hook you for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
To the ground with the bat. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. All down. They'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him.
Stay at home with that man. You know you don't want to be at home with that man.
From the gun, running back on the move.
You know you don't want to be at home with that man every day. You know that. That's why you gotta stay where.
Second and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Got him looking wide, but they're going to throw it. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Throws to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On his way back from the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Marco. Finds his man, it's Fry. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Oh, they're after him. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. They'll go to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Fry. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He's got the back in the middle. Turns it on in midfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. goes to the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. To throw, it's Walters. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up fourth down.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll go to the ground. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Four wideout set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Marcook. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Catch inside the 25. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. He'll do it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Into the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Paula, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Sweet cut there. Runs through a tackle. Corralled and brought down by the defense. And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. Send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off-play action on 1st down. Looking left. Wide open downfield. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Looking to throw, it's Walters. On the run, fires downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Red Raiders line up to punt it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Using his legs, it's Fry. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. And as he throws, it's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with his defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On the move. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here comes the hurry up. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna let it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Pressure coming. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, shipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. We're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, running back gets to give. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Music City Bowl.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner is stopped. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. While that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. Bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Palmer.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together in the second half, they can close the season out with an exclamation point.
Looking for a man. It's Walters. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Third down play from the gun. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll give it to him again. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. The Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Walters. Here's a heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Rides the back on the option to give. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He's looking to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try. Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Marco. Looking to the big tight end. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to fall back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Picks up the first down, still moving.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Rides the back and leaves it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stacked. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's what...
Pulls it in down the sideline. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Red Raiders are flying down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Moving away from pressure. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the move, it's Fry. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. open the final period with a third down play. Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field, it's Markham. Unloads it left. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Gators will send out the punt unit.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your end.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Red Raider. And the comeback is on.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Walters. Puts it out of the air. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play of the drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Red Raiders lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll go to the sneak. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Just when they're looking run, now up top. They get to him as he throws. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but's able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Complete downfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Walters. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10, they're going to ride this running back. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming